Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Let's solve this question together. Now look at what we are given. We are given that 4 raised to the power of a minus 36 raised to the power of what b is equals to what 28. We are asked to find the value of a and what b. This is very simple. Now our first step, what we are going to do is to put what 4 in index form and also put 36 in what index form. Remember that 2 raised to the power of 2 is what is 4, because 2 times 2 is 4, right? So you now have that this is what into 2 raised to the power of what 2. 2 raised to the power of 2 will give us 4, right? All raised to the power, which was what a, okay, because the power here is a, okay, then minus into 6 raised to the power of what 2 will give us 36, right? And the power here was what b, so this is always for what b equals to what 28. Wow, that's interesting. That's our first step. Now remember one of the properties of indices. The index inside the parenthesis can multiply the index outside the parenthesis. So 2 can multiply a and 2 can also multiply b, right? So now this is what into 2 raised to the power of what 2a, okay, because 2 times a will give us 2a, minus into 6 raised to the power of what 2b, okay, equals to what 28. Wow. Now look at interesting thing we are going to do here. Do you know that we are not wrong? Okay, we are not wrong, because we know that 1 times 2 is equals to what 2, and again 2 times 1 is equals to what 2. So we are not wrong if we decide to write this as what into 2 raised to the power of a all raised to the power of what 2. We are not wrong, because a times 2 is the same thing as 2a, and 2 times a is the same thing as what 2a, okay, then minus into the same thing here, 6 raised to the power of what b all raised to the power of what 2, because b times 2 gives us 2b, okay. So let's remove this from here quickly, okay, very interesting. Now all this equals to what 20 what 8. Wow, this is amazing. Now let's look what we can do here. Now you can observe where we're having difference of 2 square here. So we can say that let 2 raised to the power of what a equals to what p, and 6 raised to the power of what b equals to what q, so that it can be very what simple and interesting. Now in place of 2 raised to the power of a, let's put p. So then that become what p square, right, minus q what square equals to what 28. Wow, this is amazing. Now what are we going to do? This is difference of 2 square, right? So now this is what into p plus q, okay, into p minus q equals to what 28. Wow. Now what are we going to do here? We are saying that the product of this, the product of p plus q multiplied by p minus q is equals to 28. Now this is interesting thing we are going to do. This is very simple and interesting. That means p plus q is greater than what p minus q, right? That means p plus q is greater than p minus what q. Now what we are going to do, let's concentrate on this 28. Now let's look for the factors. Remember that factors are those numbers that can divide any number with tiny remainder. Factors are numbers, okay, that can divide exactly with tiny remainder, okay. Now let's look for the factors of what 28. We know that 2 is a factor, okay. We also know that 4 is a factor, and we also know that what again 7 is a factor. I also know that 14 is a factor. Okay, that means 7 times 4 will give us what 28, and 14 times 2 give us what 28. Now that means in place of 28 we can write, okay, in place of 28 we can write 14 times 7 will represent 28, or we write 14 times 2 will represent what 28. We are not wrong, okay, we are not wrong. Now I'm going to pick 14 and what 2. It did not mean that if I decide to use 7 and 4, I will still have the value of x. I will still have the value that will satisfy this equation. But the reason why I'm not going to use 7 and 4 is because you can observe that 14 is greater than 7, okay. You can observe very clearly that 14 is greater than 7, and 7 is greater than 4. Is greater than 4. So if I'm using 4 and 7, you can see that 4 and 7. Let's see, 4 and 7. If you sum this plus this, will be less than 14 plus this. Okay, so why I'm using 4, 14 and 2 is because I want to have exactly the value of the variable. Okay, but if I use 7 and 4, I will have approximately, because do you know why I will have approximately? That approximately the answer is because 4 plus 3, 4 plus 7 is less than 14 plus 2. Okay, 4 plus 7 is less than 14 plus 2. Okay, you see. So if I'm using this, I will have the value of s, but it must be in decimal place, and any number that I have to do in decimal place, when you are substituting, you must have approximately that value that you are looking for. Okay, so what I'm going to use here, I'm going to use what? 14 and 2, so that I can have appropriate what? Value. So let's remove this from here. Okay, now that means this will be equals to, that means 14 will be greater than what? 14 will be greater than what? 2. Okay, you see, because I know that 14 times 2 give me 18. That means if p plus q is greater than p minus q, that means 14 is greater than 2. And this is interesting. Now I can equate it into a simultaneous what? Equation. That means p plus q is equals to what? 14. Okay, you can see that. You can see it from here, you can also see it from here. Very interesting. Okay, now and again, p minus q is equals to what? 2. Now let's use elimination method so we can very fast with it. So let's go. P minus p is gone. Q minus q, that means q minus q. Minus times minus will give us plus. Q plus q give us what? 2 what? Q equals to. Now 14 minus 2 will give us 12. So here is what? 12. Let's divide both sides by 2 to have q. If we divide here by 2, also divide here by 2. 2 will go, then q will be equals to what? 6. You see. Now observe what I was saying. If you use 4 and 7, if you divide, you will not have exactly number like this. You have a point something. You must have a decimal. But see, I'm having 0.0. That means nothing. So that's why I say the summation of 14 and 2 is greater than the summation of what? 4 and 7. Very interesting. Now let's go further to look for p. Now let's look for p. Let's substitute the value of q into any of the equation. We can call this equation 1. This is equation what? 2. Okay, it's simultaneous what? Equation. Now let's do it quickly. From here we can see that p is equals to 14. Okay, or let's just use equation 2, right? Equation 2. P is equals to 2 plus what? Q. Okay, very interesting. That means you can call this equation what? 3. Okay, that means our p will be equals to 2 plus what? Q is what? 6. You can see 6, and 2 plus 6 will give us 8. That means p is equals to what? 8. This is amazing. But remember, we are not asked to solve for what? P behind that what? Q. We are asked to find the value of what? A and what? B. Why are we doing this? We are doing this so that this problem can be easily be what? Solvable. Now let's recall. Okay, recall that from here you can see that p is what? P is 8. And here I say let 2 raised to the power of p equals to 8. Now remember that 2 raised to the power of a is equals to what? P. Remember that now see that our p is what? 8. That means 2 raised to the power of what? 2 raised to the power of a is equals to what? 8. Now let's put 8 in index form. That means 2 raised to the power of a will be equals to 2 raised to the power of what? 3. Because 3 multiplied into 3 places is what? Is 8. Now let's equate the power since the bases are the same. That means we can do without the base. Let them settle themselves. So we can do without them. Go and settle yourself. That means a is equals to what? 3. This is the value of a. Okay, this is the value of a. Now let's find what? Let's find b. Now again, 6 raised to the power what? 6 raised to the power of b is equals to what? Q. And we're going that our q here is what? Is 6, right? That means 6 raised to the power of p is equal, is b, not p. Is b. Okay, is b. Okay, b is equals to what? 6. And remember that the power of this 6 here is 1. So let's equate the power since the bases are the same. Let's go and settle themselves. Let them enjoy their Christmas. So let's do without them so that our b will be equals to what? 1. This is the value of what? B. Okay, therefore a comma b is equals to what? Is equals to, okay, into what? 3 comma what? 1. And this is the solution to this particular problem. That means if you substitute the value of 3 and 1 in place of a, because this raised to the power, look at, let's see, 4 raised to the power of 3 will give us 64, and here is 1 already, so 36 raised to the power of 1 is still 36. So now see that 64 minus 36 give us 28. But if we use 3 and 4 as this place, we use 7 and 4, now we will have approximately, it must be 20 what, let me say, we must have approximately that answer. It will not be exact the 28, but it must have approximately. Okay, that's why I said the summation of 14 and 2 is greater than the summation of what, 4 and what, 7. Okay, so we use the highest number so that if you remove the approximation, you will remove it. Okay, because you can see that 14 plus 2 is greater than what, 4 plus 7. So if you use the higher number to work on it, that means you already reduce that approximation sign that you're going to use it. Okay, you already remove it because you're already taking a higher number. Okay, so this is the value of f. So please, if you find it very interesting, don't hesitate, do it to like, comment, and so share it to a long one. If you are not subscribed, consider to subscribe to this channel so that anytime I upload an exciting video, you will be notified. So thank you so much, and God bless you. Bye.